What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square with Chasing Cinema.
Mr. James Shoe.com,
and Ben Affleck's back, not as Batman, but as the accountant.
Ooh, Ben Affleck, Anna Kendrick. Just seems like
J.K.
sometimes...
Simmons?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Sometimes the world just gives me what I want. You know, they say sometimes, you think about positive things, you focus on positive things. I love me some Ben Affleck, I love me some Anna Kendrick. And you know what the universe brought me? They brought me a movie with them together. J.K. Simmons, who I also love, is in this movie.
Commissioner Gordon.
Yep, you have some other really talented people along in the cast. But interesting to see Ben Affleck, taking some time off to do this kind of movie. That one that he's not written, one that he's not directed, and not now a part of a comic franchise.
Just starring.
Yeah, he's just doing this movie. So obviously he must have really liked it, or paycheck was pretty good. Either way, I am excited for it. Always a fan of Mr. Ben Affleck. But at the same time, I'm not a biased person where I cannot say he's not done wrong. Because I've, stated many times. Geely? Even with Pacino's moments in Geely is not a very good movie. I liked The Town a lot, actually. But I didn't love The Town.
I love The Town.
The year that Argo won Best Picture, I had even stated with you in my presence that I did not think it was the best picture of the year, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good movie. So I'm not wrong. I do not criticize Ben Affleck, but I like to praise him a lot too. What are you expecting out of tonight?
I think this looks great.
I think it's like a good action thriller.
Jason Bourne's or Matt Damon, or it's Ben Affleck's Matt Damon.
I think that might have been it too. I said it would have been the paycheck or just to do something fun. Maybe it was like, I'm going to make a character that's more badass than Jason Bourne. He's telling his best friend Matt Damon that.
Matty.
I doubt that'll happen, but you never know.
Love it. How long's the movie?
About 2 hours and 10 minutes, so a bit long. What do we have last week? I'm trying to remember. Not Deepwater Horizon. What was last week? What did we review last week? Was it Deepwater Horizon? I think we're a week off. But anyway, we're coming off kind of like, the mild weeks. Things have been good, not great. But I'm hoping that we continue that trend because summer wasn't that great and we've been mildly building up. So
let's do it, brother.
Let's go.
Alright, so we just got out of The Accountant and I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great. I can't say I loved it, but I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. The time that I spent with the movie, and I thought Ben Affleck playing this character with autism was awesome. And there wasn't really anything I didn't like about it, and there's really nothing that stuck out for me either. Anna Kendrick was cool, but I thought from the preview, she would have a much bigger role. She had a very small role in this movie, I felt. Probably not even 10 minutes of screen time, or I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating, but it wasn't a lot. And yeah, I don't really have much to say, but I liked it, I'd recommend it, but I can't say that I loved it. I can't say it was great, but I thought it was a good movie.
The Accountant has not been getting very, very good reviews.
Destroy, squashed.
And to be honest, I could really see why. I don't have that same contention for this movie. I definitely could not say that I hated it or I thought it was the worst movie. But I could definitely see it being a movie that you would consider like a guilty pleasure because it didn't drag for me. I didn't hate my time in the movie, but it definitely was not a really good movie. There's a lot of flaws in it. And yeah, not only is Anna Kendrick not in it for a longer, I would say I think she's in it a bit longer than 10 minutes, but she just has a really insignificant character. At the end of the day, her character is really not necessary or needed. I think this movie really takes itself too seriously to the point where it becomes funny for the audience. I think I found myself laughing at certain points that shouldn't have been funny. I think Ben Affleck did his role justice, but I think his character was written so heavy and so intense that it's hard to take serious. And there is this whole point about autism in the movie. And there is definitely high function autism, but I don't think this movie really took that sense of having someone autistic or talking about autism to a good place. Like, I think it was just more used to be used than it was to actually send a message or say something. And trust me, I'm no expert in how this things, but he seemed more OCD than anything than of just being someone who has any form of autism, besides maybe social awkwardness, things like that. But I just don't feel like that brought anything to the story or brought anything to the movie. It's just this, just a way to kind of Ben Affleck to play it. I think you have to really have a suspension of disbelief because, the things that are happening, the way that this character is developed, just as a lot of you have to accept a lot of things. I mean, the way he's brought up, the way that his dad associates with him or does with him, the trainings that happen, and just his overall character, the way that he actually is as a person, not only as an accountant, but behind the barrel of a gun or in fist fight, hand-to-hand combat. It's a bit of a stretch. This whole movie is just like, all right, this is kind of unbelievable, but I'll go with it. That's how I felt, at least. But I could see a lot of people going, all right, this movie's taking itself far too seriously to be this ridiculous. And I think that's the problem, is that it's really unbelievable in the most sense. But at the same time, like I said, I didn't mind it. I wasn't like, God, I can't stand this movie. Had this movie just taken its tone of seriousness down just a tad bit, I think it would have been a lot more acceptable. Because I mean, even the ending, which I don't think is a twist at all, I don't think it's surprising. I think everyone could see it a mile away. It's just not. It's just too ridiculous. Even at the end, it's asked, oh, what are the odds? And it's just like, I mean, it's really kind of out there and ludicrous, as my friend Josh Bell would say, as he described this movie. But unlike him, I didn't dislike my time watching this movie.
He didn't like it?
He was not a fan of this movie. He really disliked it, and a lot of critics are agreeing with him. And like I said, as ridiculous as it is, I didn't hate my time watching it. But there was a lot of things that just were like, all right, this is a bit much. This is a bit too much. J.K. Simmons, a great actor, doesn't have much screen time either, but he is really good in the moments that he's in. I think Ben Affleck does a good job. But overall, I think you can walk away from this movie enjoying it, but not remembering it down the line. This is not a movie that I'm going to remember by the end of the year. It will not end up on my top 10 list.
No.
You know, but it was nice because it was kind of a teaser for Batman, because this movie basically is a Batman movie. You have Jim Gordon, J.K. Simmons, you got Oracle, which you'll understand once you watch the movie. You got Batman, who's Ben Affleck, who's literally Batman. Like at one point, he's literally ripping this criminal, or not this, yeah, this criminal out of the back of a car, and you're like, oh my God, that's Bruce Wayne. You know, and there's just a lot, and then as you pointed out, the Punisher is in this movie as well, so there's a lot of small things. You're just like, oh my God, this is kind of a Batman movie. But overall, I mean, this is not a very good movie, but at the same time, I didn't mind it, so it definitely falls in the mediocre area with me.
Should they watch it?
I think,
that's enough.
I think
that is enough.
Well, the first thing I would need you to know is that it's not an action-packed thriller. This is a very slow-paced kind of movie. It does have some good action sequences,
I thought it was
but
really
this is
good, the ones that we saw.
Yeah, but this is by no means like a fast-paced thriller. So if that's what you're looking for in The Accountant, then and you can't stand like slow movies that have like a lot of details and flashbacks, things like that, then avoid it. But if you're a fan of any of the actors, go see it, because they're actually all pretty good.
I love it, I love it, I love it.
Yes.
What are we watching in 7 days?
Part 2 of How to Be Successful.
Well, I know that we're going to be watching part 2 of How to Be Successful on Mr. James Shue's channel. If you've not checked that out, click that white eye. You can find his channel, as well as our review of the new Kevin Hart movie, What Now, which isn't technically a review, just kind of a very quick sum up of how I thought about that, as well as the silent film that we've been talking about. I've been talking about for a few months.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys know the name Leonard Maltin, famed film critic and historian. Leonard Maltin has taken a notice of this project and written about it on his website, as well as some other really prominent film historians. So please go check that out if you've not done that yet. Again, here in that white eye. 7 days, we have a scary movie, which I'm actually excited for. We have the new Ouija film, which is directed by Mike Flanagan, who brought us Oculus, which I thought was a good film. And we have Jack Reacher 2. So
Never go back?
Yeah, I believe that. But I don't know. We saw Jack Reacher, and we both thought that was really great.
I'm pumped.
Awesome. So I'm pumped for that as well. Tom Cruise.
No Rosamund Pike though.
No Rosamund Pike, but I mean, to be honest, the only thing I remember is Tom Cruise just kicking ass and taking names. And he's been on a really good hot streak, so I'm excited to see that grow.
Mission Impossibles, 2 of those were good. Edge of Tomorrow was fantastic.
You liked Oblivion. I wasn't as an about Oblivion.
No, Oblivion was okay.
Yeah. Jack Reacher. First Jack Reacher. Yeah, Mission Impossible 5. That was really good too. I feel like we're at Edge of Tomorrow. I loved Edge of Tomorrow. That's like a movie that I've been really wanting to revisit. But anyway, we'll be talking about Tom Cruise and Ouija more next week.
Alright, well, ChasingCinema.com is known as
the Film Lovers website. Go check out this guy's YouTube channel, yo!